Welcome to episode 39 of Paper Brief, where we dive into cutting-edge research papers. I'm your host, Charlie, and today we're joined by Cleo, an expert who's going to help us unpack the nuances of a really interesting paper on controlling diffusion models. Ready to slide into some details, Cleo?
Absolutely, Charlie. Today's paper is all about concept sliders, LoRA adapters for precise control in diffusion models, and it seems like a real game changer for image generation.
Sounds cool. So what's the big deal with concept sliders? How do they work?
Well, concept sliders give artists and creators precise control over specific attributes in images generated from diffusion models. They're essentially low-rank modifications that help control one visual concept while minimizing impact on others.
That's impressive. What kind of problems do these sliders solve for artists?
The main issue with current methods is the lack of fine control. Artists want to tweak things like a person's age or weather intensity without overhauling the whole image. Concept sliders offer a more nuanced approach.
Can you give an example of how this would be better than just changing the prompt text?
Sure, changing prompt text can lead to drastic and unintended changes in the image. Concept sliders are different. They provide precise and continuous control with minimal mixing of concepts, something prompt modification struggles with.
And can these sliders work with visual concepts not easily described by text?
Exactly. They're great for visual concepts that are hard to capture with words. Artists can provide image examples to define a concept and then apply this visual idea to other images using the sliders.
This reminds me a bit of GANs and their latent spaces. Is there any connection there?
Interestingly, yes. The concept sliders can actually transfer latent directions from StyleGAN style space into diffusion models, bringing that level of nuanced control into this new realm.
Before we wrap up, are there any practical applications of concept sliders that you find particularly exciting?
Absolutely. The sliders have been shown to effectively enhance image realism and correct common issues like distorted hands in generated images from Stable Diffusion XL.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us, Cleo, and thanks to all our listeners for tuning in. Don't forget you can find the paper, codes, and trained sliders at sliders.balllab.info.
Thanks, Charlie. It was a pleasure exploring these concept sliders with you all. Keep experimenting and keep generating.